Hello everyone, Casey here. Today I'm going to take you through an overview of the Class 5 USB commercial espresso machine.
The Class 5 is a heavy-duty commercial espresso machine that utilizes our proprietary steady brew technology, so you can be sure your brewing temperature is consistent from shot to shot. Let's take a look at some of the functions of the Class 5 and how to use this machine. This cool-looking gadget is called an iSteam, and it will automatically steam milk to the right temperature and texture. All you need to do is put milk in a pitcher, place the steam wand inside, and press either the latte or cappuccino button. The cappuccino button will, you guessed it, steam and froth your milk for you to the proper cappuccino texture and temperature. You can even walk away. Just be sure you use a sanitary rag to wipe it down and purge it. This is called a Grouphead, and this is where all the magic happens. Each of these buttons corresponds to a different espresso recipe, except for the last one, which must be manually started and stopped by you. Here we have a single shot, double shot, long single, and long double. Simply tell the machine what drink you want to make, and it will stop brewing automatically once the recipe is done. Piece of cake. Portafilter is just a fancy way of saying portable filter. This is a single portafilter, and this is a double. This is a hot water spout, and it works just like a faucet, except the water it produces is insanely hot. Seriously, it's very hot. Just turn left to open and right to close. Lastly, this is our manual steam wand. Just like the manual brewing button, it must be started and stopped by you. The operation is identical to the hot water spout. Open to let out steam, close to stop the flow. Be sure to wipe and purge after every drink.
Now that we know what these buttons do, let's make some drinks.
Every espresso drink starts with the same base ingredient, coffee. The espresso grinder will grind these coffee beans very finely so that we can use it to make espresso. To use it, simply press either the double or single button to put the right dose in the right portafilter. Let's start with a double shot. After grinding, give the portafilter a quick tap and you are ready to tamp. To brew espresso, you will want to insert the portafilter off-center so that the ears align with the group. Pull to the right until it stops and you are ready to brew. I pushed the double shot button on the grinder, so I'm going to use 2 shot glasses and press the double shot button on the machine. A single shot is prepared the same way, just use the single basket and press the single shot button. A traditional single espresso shot is between half an ounce and 1 ounce. A double shot is between 1 to 2 ounces. A traditional single espresso shot is 7 grams of ground espresso, and a traditional double shot is 14 grams. We recommend using a gram scale to double-check your dose.
Now let's make some espresso drinks.
An Americano is a single or double shot of espresso over however much water your customer wants, and it can be made hot or iced. Start off by preparing your shot, by grinding the appropriate dose, giving a few taps on the grinder forks, and tamping. Proper tamping is essential to prevent wrist fatigue and to produce delicious coffee. To tamp properly, hold the tamper in the palm of your wrist with your thumb and forefinger over the base. Think of it like grabbing a doorknob. Align your arm so that your elbow is over the portafilter face. It'll look like a 90-degree angle. You should feel some pressure in your shoulder, but not your wrist. You don't need to press too hard. Just press down as if you're leaning on the counter for support. Continue watching this clip for a full workflow of making a hot Americano. The workflow that I recommend is that you prepare your shot and then pour it over the appropriate amount of hot or iced water. If you're making an iced Americano, I suggest putting the ice and water together in the cup and pouring the espresso over it. The final step is adding your lid and handing it off to your happy customer. A latte is a single or double shot of espresso and steamed microfoam milk. Microfoam is a term used to describe milk that is textured, aerated, or foamed lightly. Latte art is an indicator of well-steamed milk, but the art does not make the drink taste better. Tasty milk is heated evenly so that it isn't burned and is incorporated with air for the right texture. My tips for making perfectly steamed latte milk is to aerate it or foam it for 2 to 3 seconds. You'll know that you're done aerating when the pitcher feels warm to the touch or the same temperature as your hand. You'll see here that I begin with the pitcher fully submerged with the tip of the steam wand and slowly lower it until it makes a paper tearing noise. I then continue to steam my milk to proper temperature, which is going to be around 150 to 160 degrees. Once the pitcher feels a bit too hot to touch, that's when you know you're done. I shut off my steam wand, make sure to purge it immediately to clear the wand, and I am ready to tap, tap, swirl, and pour my latte. I then add the espresso to my cup and pour the latte. You'll notice that I gave my milk pitcher a little swirl. Tapping and swirling is called polishing, and it helps to make your milk shiny and ready to pour latte art. It should look like wet paint or white Elmer's glue. Now let's refresh on the iSteam wand. Remember, the left button is for cappuccino milk, and pressing the right button will give you latte milk. You'll steam your milk, and then when you're done, remove your milk pitcher and press the button while it's flashing to purge. The workflow I suggest is to let your milk steam as you're preparing and pulling your shots of espresso. Add it to the cup, and then use the milk from the iSteam wand to pour and create your drink. Add a lid and hand it off to your happy customer, and don't forget to purge your steam wand as soon as you're done steaming your milk.
So we talked about drink making. Now we're going to talk about how to adjust your recipe for the best espresso. A proper espresso needs the correct brewing time in order to produce the best results. For dark roasted coffee, we typically recommend brewing within 20 to 25 seconds.
The art of dialing in takes time. Typically, the golden rule we recommend is that if your shot is flowing too quickly, you will need to adjust your grind to make it finer. To adjust the grind on the Kryo, remove the adjustment cover, press the adjustment lock, and rotate the wheel. Smaller numbers mean finer, larger numbers mean coarser. Finer grind means a slower flow rate, and coarser grind means a faster flow rate. Each notch adjustment is a couple of seconds, so small adjustments go a long way. So if your coffee recipe is running faster than 20 to 25 seconds, you're going to need to adjust your grind to make it finer. This means there's going to be more grind particles that slow down the extraction time. If your espresso recipe is running too slow, on the 40 to 50 second range, you're going to need to make your grind coarser. The Class 5 USB is equipped with automatic backflush. To clean, use blank baskets or the basket inserts. Add a Kafisa tab to the basket and insert it into the machine. Simply hold down the appropriate button to initiate the backflush sequence. Your backflush button is indicated on your machine or manual. It will run a cleaning with detergent in the portafilter, a purge without the portafilter, and then a water cleaning with the portafilter to rinse all of the detergent. To clean the iSteam, first add hot water to a pitcher with a milk cleaning tablet. Next, remove the tip and soak the entire thing in the milk cleaning solution. Press a button to steam like you would with a latte or cappuccino milk. You'll want to leave this on the steam wand with the tip submerged for at least 30 minutes.
Thanks so much for joining me and for watching this overview video on your machine. If you have any other questions or comments, you can email us below and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thanks so much.